really is an entrancing experimental piece that utilizes um, architecture and geometry in really cool and surrealistic ways that keep our attention maintained throughout its 12-minute run. It feels so methodical and deliberate, and yet also has a kind of carefree air to it. And those two conflicting things um, work so interestingly throughout to give us an experience that feels meditative and thoughtful and really stimulating to all of the senses.
Torii, mesmerizing to immerse myself in. My goodness, the lush soundscape and juxtaposition of stunning cinematography wasn't to be analyzed, but it was to be experienced. There's a real tranquility through the different environments and a looming, almost ominous quality that kept things in balance and created this nice sense of intrigue throughout. The labeled sections allowed for the ideas to percolate and bounce off the following images. And I loved being guided through. I felt like I was in very good hands. And there was a real, I think the deliberate quality and the color scheme really helped as well for me to follow through and just let this experience wash over me. And that's what I love about film and what we can do is we can really transport people, and it doesn't have to be analytical and cerebral. It can be emotional and felt. And we need to be woken up and feel. And I thought, the label sections was a really smart device for a piece like this as well.
Okay, this was a very interesting experience. A very abstract experience. I was particularly amazed by its production design and its visual and the sound. The sound, the music was like from another planet. It was so whimsical, so fantastic. At some point made me nervous, but in a good way, like, I don't know, this wavy sound, it just hypnotizes you, and it's a very interesting experience. And even more if you're watching these images, the way these red and white dots and black dot, there's a black dot to move through these different places and the drops and everything. It was very unique. It was like watching a dream divided by chapters. I'm not quite sure if I understand what the whole thing was about, but that doesn't matter because at the end of the day I enjoyed it. So it was a very interesting experience. Again, it's the production design and the overall quality is completely professional. So it's a terrific piece of work, and I think that people who enjoys experimental abstract cinema are going to enjoy this piece very much. So well done.
It's easy for us to see that the largest metaphor in itself that is represented in this film is the Torii. And so in this film, we sort of get to see this journey of what may be a transition occurring and taking place. The Torii, is the boundary between the sacred space of a shrine and an ordinary space. This can be a sacred place, and people are often welcomed to travel through. And so throughout this experience, it is a sense of serene clarity, calmness, connectivity to nature, life, air, water. What is so cool in part of the documentary is that everything is so crisp and clean, and this red dot even follows like the drops of water as it hits. There are these geographical shapes, and it's just seamless transitioning between this piece. I like how the filmmakers played with different video dimensions to showcase these abstract yet natural elements within the overall piece.